Hey everyone, welcome back to another West of Loathing video. Mostly, you've been poked by so many cactuses that your body's built up an entire extra set of skin capillaries to deal with the constant tiny puncture wounds. Nice. Let's go to the boneyard. Our founder, Zephaniah Boring, 1806 to 1895. He was actually a really interesting guy. A lost mug. Benjamin Crockett, 1320 to 1364. He showed up way too early. Seems like it. Beauregard Skeleton Captain, 3rd Cavalry, 1820-1866. This grave is really noisy. A skeleton, you're not getting past it without a scuffle. Scuffle it is. 10 hot damage. Let's try that one. Let's go! Victory! Skeleton collapses into a pile of loose bones. Cool. This guy just wouldn't stay put. Oh, it's a ghost horse. Timothy Cochran, 1855 to 1895, devoted husband. Elizabeth Cochran, 1887 to 1895, beloved daughter. Silas Cochran, 1895 to 1895, a baby. That's sad. Pulse quickens as you get near the spooky, translucent horse. Approach her. You approach the weird, semi-transparent horse cautiously so as to not startle her, though you quickly come to the realization that this is not a horse that startles easily. Hello there. Hi, I'm a friend, okay? Nay. That's a little strange. How'd you do that without opening your mouth? Pat her on the nose. You pat the horse's nose, which is very cold. If you're going to ride her, you would have on an extra saddle blanket to keep your butt from freezing. Pat her on the nose again. Yep, still cold. Still cold. Still cold. Again. And again. You get the idea. I'm gonna feed her some oats. Here you go, girl. Have some oats. You hold out a handful of oats for the horse. He just sort of stares right through you. Brr. Please don't look at me like that. Snort. Try the oats again. You hold the oats out again, but the horse continues to ignore them. What's the matter? Are they not spooky enough? I'm not sure how to make oats spooky. I guess I could put some bone meal on them, but I don't have anything handy to grind up bones with. Grave dirt? Winnie! Is that a yes? Weird. Okay. Add some grave dirt to the oats. You sprinkle the oats with just a little bit of grave dirt and hold them out again. The horse gazes expressionally at them, then eats them. Nay. And with that, she glides away in the direction of town. Bizarre. The woman glares at you. Are you Susie Cochran? How'd you know my last name? I saw the graves in the cemetery. I'm so sorry for your loss. Susie scowls bitterly and mutters into her whiskey. I saw it happen. Saw the whole damn thing, and I couldn't do nothing about it. The bartender said it was cows. Cows, right. I don't know what those things are, but they ain't cows. Not anymore. What happened? It was a raid. See, Ma and Pa used to ranch cattle back before they came home. Pa didn't make it, but Ma and I managed to rebuild. We ranched pigs instead, and she left me the place when she passed. Go on. Well, I guess a passing herd sniffed out that it used to be a cow ranch and they attacked a couple days ago. Happened so fast, didn't even have time to get my rifle out the gun safe. Cow smashed in the front door and the fire started out back by the root cellar. House went up in blazes just like that. What'd you do? There wasn't anything I could do. Couldn't get upstairs to the kids because of the fire, and I saw Tim trampled right in front of me. She drains her glass. I didn't want to talk about it anymore. Sorry. She refills her mug from a bottle on the bar and doesn't reply. What will you do now? Head west, I suppose. Nothing keeping me here and no desire to stay. Can't leave without my rifle, though. Why not? It was Ma's rifle. It's all I got left of anybody. Where is it? Left it at the ranch like a damn fool. Listen, can I ask you a favor? I need someone to go get it for me. Yeah, I'll go get it. Cochran Ranch. Yikes. All the water in this trop is boiled away. Susie's ranch house was burned to the ground. Yeah, there's not much left of this place. Something behind this door is making some pretty awful noises. We'll go through it in just a bit. Outhouse is the only thing still standing. I guess we're going through it now. Looks like someone who's middle fixing a knife. Grab it. You got a varmint skinning knife. These pies were not safe. This thing looks angry. You're not going to make it to that safe without dealing with it. Deal with it. Come Cost 1 AP, usable once. Increases your armory by 4. Let's do that, because this guy looks tough. And then we will shoot him. Victory. You feed the nasty cow skull floating in a cloud of flame. Nice. If Cochran's family gun safe. Grab Susie's rifle. I got Susie's rifle. You found my rifle yet, stranger? Yep, here she is. Susie's eyes wells up with tears as you hand her the rifle, and she roughly scrubs her sleeve across the face before any of them spill over. Thanks, stranger. Didn't catch your name. I'm Bird. Thanks, Bird. Can't rightly say what this means to me. She looks at the rifle for a long moment, then looks back up at you. She sighs. Well, that's enough wallowing in misery. Time for me to hit the road. If you want me to tag along when you head west, just say the word. Sounds good, Susie. This is where Bill said to look. Nice. Got a shovel. Hey, he wasn't kidding. Not that this would have been a funny thing to kid about, I guess. A device for turning the ground into holes. Still some meat in this ore cart. Dig through it. 65 meat. Nice. Grab the mug. Instructions for cargo elevator. Mechanisms labeled cargo elevator control. Poster on the wall behind reads blasting cap storage, plungers, both kinds, and tools. Let's get tools. Minecart is still full. Dig through it. You find a gunsing chunk of meat ore. Unrefined meat. Huh. I need a needle. Darn. The snake looks sleepy, but not that sleepy. Nice. You have slain a snake. Before long, they'll call you Snake Murdering Bird. You have your trusty varmint skin knife and go to town. Rattlesnake skin. Nice. Another snake. Well, I guess it's not called One Snake Gulch. Attack it. Nice. Another rattlesnake skin. Good at tricks. Oh, they're quick. Perfect. Nice work. If the whole cowboy thing doesn't work out, you could always get a job as a snake exterminator. Got a rattlesnake skin. This horse has gone snake crazy, or maybe he was some other kind of crazy before. Approach him. Hey there, boy. Hey, fella. I'm a friend, okay? No. It's cool, alright? Be cool. Don't freak out on me. Oh, any. Look him in the eyes. You calmly look the horse in the eyes. One of them is fixed in a glassy 1,000-yard stare. The other is revolving madly in his socket like he's thinking of trying to escape in every direction simultaneously. He looks to be calming down a little now that it's clear you aren't actually made of spiders, though. You carefully and gently pat the horse's nose. He twitches a bit. Okay, a lot, but seems to recognize that you aren't actually going to eat his eyes or suck out his soul or whatever madness is bouncing around in that skull of his. That's a good boy. Huh? Feed him the oats. Are you hungry, boy? I got a little treat for you. Snarf. You feed the crazy horse some of the homing oats, and it gallops away with a whinny, or rather a whinny. Hopefully he's headed home, and not into the 12th dimension. Cool. Let's see what this guy's got to say. Oh, there's probably... Looks like my pale horse made it back safe. Thank you for the help. Anytime. Thank you for finding my crazy horse. He was eating loco weed again, wasn't he? Not that I noticed. Afternoon, sir. What can I do for you? Just browsing, thanks. It's a haystack. There we go. I got a needle. Now I can pick that lock. Dig through it. I got another needle. Okay, we go inside. Level 3. Pick the lock. You managed to unlock the toolbox, but the needle is ruined in the process. Most of the tools inside are rusted away to nothing, but there's a pretty nice crowbar. Okay, level 1, blasting caps. These are all labeled blasting caps. The period is part of the label. That's why it's inside the quotes like that. Grab one. Grab one of the cards open with your crowbar and grab a blasting cap. Nice. And level 2, plungers. Maybe we can get a toilet plunger. Plungers. The sign lied though. There's only one kind. Take one. You got an item. Detonation plunger. Nice. Hook up the plunger to it. Okay. Add a blasting cap. Succeeded in putting yourself in grave danger. Press the plunger! Let's go! Into the door we go. Oh, some meat. Gain 65 meat. Dig this up. silver nugget. Nice. You see the dark horse. Barely. Approach her. Hey there, girl. It's okay. I'm a friend. Winnie. The horse shies away from you, though in this case it's more like cripplingly introverted away from you. Reassure her. Oh, come on. Don't be like that. Look, I brought some oats for you. They aren't poison or anything. In retrospect, I guess that wasn't a very comforting thing to say. Pat her on the nose. As you reach out to pat her nose, the horse ducks and steps further back in the shadows. Oh, come on. Nay. Feed her the oats. You take a handful of oats out of the bag and hold them out to the horse. Here you go. Yum yum. She sidles away from you warily and makes a surprisingly good attempt at hiding her own shadow. Come on, please. Eat the oats yourself. Look, they're fine, okay? See? You take a handful from the bag and toss them in your mouth. Ugh. This is like the roughest, blandest breakfast cereal you've ever eaten. Still, it's better than dry cat food. Don't ask. You smile to show the horse that you're fine and realize that you've unconsciously turned around and walked out the door. Jeez, these are powerful. The horse looks at you warily as you enter with a cheerful wave. See? Perfectly fine. Pat her on the nose. Horse hunches her shoulders and seems to shrink slightly as you pat her nose, but she doesn't actually flee, so that's something. There's a good girl. Winnie? Feed her the oats. The horse finally seems relaxed enough around you, so you offer her a handful of the oats. Warily, begrudgingly, she eats them. Then she gestures at something behind you. You turn around to look, but don't see anything. When you turn back, she's gone. Well, okay then. Okay. What's this? Crack? Examine the hole. You bend down and shine your lantern into the crack in the rock. You can just barely make out a square shape down in there. Well out of arm's reach. Looks like somebody dropped a small metal box into the hole, but you don't know if that was to hide it or discard it. If you're truly desperate to find out what's in there, you could try reasoning with the rock. Your primary argument would be a bundle of dynamite. Perhaps you could persuade the hole to widen enough to grab the box. Pack some dynamite into the hole. You carefully pack 3 sticks of dynamite into the mouth of the hole. You ready to do this? Ready. You light the fuse and then run back to the main mine shaft to avoid the explosion. Here's hoping you don't cause a cave-in. I love explosions. Okay. Successfully widen the crack in Henry's box. Go for it. You try to pull the box out of the hole, but it's firmly wedged down there, probably by the force of the explosion. Looks like you could still open it, though, except it's locked. Oh, no. The lock looks pretty simple. You should be able to pick it if you have a needle handy. Pick the lock. Pick the lock and open the box to discover a single meat. Great, I gained 1 meat. Dig up the grave. You put a stop to Captain Skeleton's unnatural animation. Let's go. Old cavalry saber. Here comes the cavalry saber. And gold tooth. This was on the ground for a very long time. Then in somebody's mouth for a very short time. Now it's in your backpack. Thud Fricker. The Fricker game's intrepid lookout appears to be taking a little nap. Just shoot him. Doesn't seem very sportsmanlike. You sure you want to do that? Yes. Really? Just gonna gun down a hapless sleeping man in cold blood? Cold is the only blood I have. Shoot him. He's just a kid. Everybody dies. Pull the trigger. Dang, partner. You got ruthless. You're a cold-blooded killer, and people can see it in your eyes. It's often the last thing they see, in fact. Time to go inside. Oh, there's somebody sleeping. One of the Fricker boys is dozing in a bathtub. Psst, can you pass his soap? He mumbles and hands you a bar of soap before sinking deeper into both sleep and the tub. Cool. Drown him. You should push his head underwater and hold him there until you stop struggling. At least he died warm. Rub-a-dub-dub. You gradually approach the Fricker gang. They're pretty engrossed in their poker game, so it doesn't actually require that much caution. You hide behind a barrel and eavesdrop on their conversation for a while. The one with the eye patch is quiet, but you gather that his name is Snipe, and that the squirrely one is his brother Wimpy. What's your play here? Approach them and talk. Howdy, boys. Deal me in. The one with the eye patch raises an eyebrow at you. Who are you? How'd you get past Thud and Soapy? What do you want? It's Bimmy, your brother. He squints at you. Bimmy? You ain't Bimmy. I am so Bimmy. I stole some Rube's face. You always did have a knack for face rustling. What's new, Bimmy? We gotta get out of here and fast, Wimpy. The Pinkertons are on to us, and they'll be here any minute. Dag nabbit. Come on, Snipe. Let's hightail it. I'll catch up with you guys later tonight. Wimpy nods. He and Snipe hurriedly pack up their belongings and flee to the cave. You congratulate yourself on the attentiveness, memory, and strong personal skills. I'll scrub the door and skedaddle. I see Fricker gang has to put stop to your breathing. Did you rescue my cell door? You hand the sheriff his door and he hangs it back on his hinges. Nice work, stranger. This here prison cell is just about 4 times more secure. Are there any Fricker boys left for me to round up? Nope, they won't be bothering this town anymore. Well now, that's a right load off my mind. Looks like I owe you a reward. He produces a big bag of meat. You gain 500 meat. Got another little task for you if you got time. Should be a lot simpler than the last one. What you need? Well, the frickers busted the lock when they took the door. Gonna need a new lock. I'll keep an eye out. Step right up, step right up. Braid's the name, trade's the game. You doubt that his name is Braid. Howdy, Braid. What are you trading? Well, sir, today I'm trading locks for soap, and the cunning skinner who brings me 3 rattlesnake hides. Well, that adventurous soul, I'll trade a fine silver pocket watch. I'll trade the soap for a lock. Braid, though you really don't think that his name is actually Braid, takes your soap and hands you a lock. I've got 3 rattler skins. Braid's eyes light up. My, oh my, how brave he must be. He grabs a skin and hands you a shiny pocket watch. Pocket watch is both fine and dandy. No trades right now, thanks. So, what's the matter, Doc? What's the matter? Cow demons, dead men walking. Dead men walking? Haven't seen it. Corpse skeleton staggering around. Take by a living. Oh yeah, there was a skeleton in the cemetery. It's nice to get some outside confirmation, not losing my damn mind. But how is that even possible? It is impossible. It goes against everything I know about medicine. Dead patients don't get back up. Patients? Oh, ouch. Doc Alice turns away grimacing. Every doctor loses one now and again. You never get used to it, but, well, it happens. But what doesn't happen is I'm coming back afterwards and looking for revenge. That must be pretty rough. Rough? Buddy, I don't think you comprehend the situation. It's not just patients. It's neighbors, friends, husbands. Oh, indeed. She turns away from you and focuses her attention back on the bottle. What now? Do you have any idea what's causing the resurrections? Well, I heard a rumor. A rumor? What is it? It's when you get complete information from an unverified source? Anyway, what I heard is that there's a fella out west that's causing it. A necromancer, they call him. Supposedly, he's sending magic out into the world somehow. Magic? Like the beanslingers use? I've never heard of any beanslinger raising the dead, have you? Her scowl deepens. That'd be one hell of a can of beans. What's the deal with all that TNT? It's so when I feel like I'm about to go, I can blow myself into bits so small that there'll be nothing left to come back. Seems drastic. Drastic? Hell, no way am I taking the risk of becoming one of those things. Fair enough, I suppose. About that necromancer. Assuming he exists, what about him? Well, maybe someone ought to try and stop him. Doc asks gives you a sharp look. You? Because I know you ain't talking about me. Why not you? A gray-haired old woman that knows as much about fighting as a squirrel knows about surgery? Did you hit your head on a bar stool, kid? You aren't that old. And if I were going to pick someone to go up against a necromancer, it'd be someone who also knows about death, but in a scientific way. A doctor, right? Doc Alice stares hard at you and takes a swig from her bottle, saying nothing. And it sounds to me like you've got plenty of motivation to get the job done. For your friends. And everyone. She continues to look at you. You can see the gears turning in her head. It beats doing nothing anyway. Beats locking yourself in a house full of TNT and drinking yourself to death. You aren't even doing any doctoring anymore. She winces and looks away. Then she shakes her head slowly. You seriously expect me to ride out west by myself chasing a rumor? Doesn't have to be by yourself. I'm heading west too. Tag along with me and maybe we can find a guy and put a stop to him. It's crazy. Impossible. Possible? Like raising the dead is impossible? Alice crosses her arms and regards you thoughtfully. A spark slowly brightens in her eyes. Alright, kid. Well, what the hell? Let's give it a shot. Cool. We got a lock so we can go to the sheriff. Got a lock. That'll do nicely. Sheriff puts the lock on the cell door, then accidentally drops the key into it and clatters. Hellfire! Don't suppose you know how to pick a lock, stranger. You got a needle handy? See what I can do. Don't have a needle. Pete, what do you gotta say? What do you say, Pete? Who, me? Well, heck, I say all kinds of things. For instance, concern it some blasted scab shangled sap my flapjack. Uh-huh. Pete takes a swig of his whiskey. Pete notices a nugget of silver he found earlier. 81 meat for it? Sure. Fine and dandy. He sees the unrefined meat or 73. Sure. Pleasure doing business with you. Pete's eyes narrow as the gears in his head start to click. He fixes his gaze on you, and the tick in his eyelid seems more pronounced. Listen, kid, all the stuff that I've been buying from you, you've been spending time underground, ain't you? Well, you listen to old Pete's advice. You stay out of the ore hole if you know what's good for you. There's stuff down the 40th level that ain't worth messing with, where a fellow wants to keep his eyes, if you catch my meaning. Not sure I do, but thanks. I say all kinds of things. For instance, tarnation, there's a scorpion in my biscuit barrel. Howdy, good to see you again. I found these mugs. Much obliged. 125 meat. I don't know how you spotted her hiding in that mine, but thanks for sending back my dark horse. You gained 300 meat. Sure thing. That's all of them. Can't thank you enough. Here's a little extra for you. Thanks. Can you sell me a horse? Sure thing. I should warn you, though. Horses might get mighty attached to their riders. Once you bought one, you won't be able to change your mind later. Which one are you interested in? The spooky pale one. Good choice. That's a good horse if you like that sort of thing. I'll sell it for 1,000 meat. What sort of thing? You know, spooky stuff. Spooky stuff. I don't want to get into the particulars. Let's just say she sets a certain tone. Ooh, mysterious. I'll take her. Thanks. Here's the keys. Ride safe. Her name is gonna be Spooks. Oh, and I almost forgot. Free with every horse purchase is a complimentary map. Okay, let's take this horse and ride out of town. We'll be able to come back. Yeah, ready to leave. I want to take Gary with me. Head for Dirtwater. Okay. I think that's enough for one video. I'm going to end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, remember to hit subscribe and share it with your friends. That would greatly be appreciated. Well, see you in the next video.